You may go for a Kingsmead Burn Ford. You know my past history with Fords, I don't necessarily like them a lot. If there's lots in it, you're turning around. No, don't go. You might like get stuck. It's not even funny. I'm joking. I was a carer in a previous life for quite a long time. I did care in the community, and the first week that I moved here, I was actually literally, I can probably show you, I know maybe not, I think we turned off before then, the Ford that I went through thinking I was going through another Ford. I was told to go for a Ford that was that one we've just been through. Turns out I went for a little road trip down a farmer's private lane that he dug out the Ford because boy racers kept going through it at night and it was really getting on his nerves, so he dug the whole thing out, so it wasn't a Ford anymore, even though there's a perfectly decent road down to it. And me in my new little KA, which I'd had about a week, hadn't I, bombed on through this Ford, and like literally once I'd got in, like the wheels in, I couldn't get out because he dug it out that deep, and I literally had no choice but to go forward. But honestly, the water was lapping at the doors. I have never been so scared in all my life, and now me and Fords, we don't have a good relationship at all. Oh, I'm gonna miss it. Got a story to tell you, and not about fuel additive. Hold on a minute, it's dark. It's dark, she's dark. Big news for fuel additive. There's a fellow who I speak to on Twitter. He ended up, we became friends out of the most curious circumstances. He followed me from the farming forum and on Twitter, and he's just sent me a message because I said I'd had a really rubbish day. And he sent me a message and he said, "What's the crack?" And I said, "We didn't put, we've just run out of fuel, but we didn't have additive in it, and it's come cold, and because there's so little of it, and we've kind of like scraped the barrels, put in everything to get it topped up, because fuel doesn't come till Friday. Everything's gone wrong. It's broke the tractor. Well, it's not broken it. The tractor doesn't like it. The Merlot definitely doesn't like it. The Bobcats are sort of, they can cope with it, but they're not liking it." And he said, "Do you realise you can just buy it and put it in your fuel tank? Not as in the big fuel tank, as in the fuel tanks in your vehicles." I was like, so I've just hot-footed it down to Pennines, and I've got 2 of these. Let's see what this does. In other news, these cubicles here, so they have a grant on them because they are for animal welfare. They are for the new building and half of the old building. Them 10 bullocks that went today have paid for our portion. Take the grant funding off, they've paid for our portion of that. When did you ever think that 10 black and white dairy things would pay for kitting out like more than all of a building? In the background, please point out that this is an animal welfare grant, not just a I want this grant. It is an animal welfare grant. I feel like I need to put that in because I know people hate you getting grants. Do you know what Tom Pemberton once said to me? What did Tom Pemberton say? Here, I tell you. He once said, if you're going to the cinema and you're going, and it was Wednesday, and you went and you walked up to the cinema and they said, "Oh, it's Orange Wednesday, so one of you can get in for free," would you turn around and would you say, "Oh, no, it's all right, not me, I don't want Orange Wednesdays, I'll pay full price to get in"? No, you wouldn't. And that's the same with grants. They are available for everybody to apply for. So when people see it as some sort of negative that you've applied for a grant, I just don't get it. It's just silly. I just don't understand the bitchiness in farming. I really don't. Those have been paid for. Those are grant funded. Obviously, not all of it is, but like, do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Well, I say I'm making tea. Roy's making tea. I would like to clear my name. I have been made aware of some extremely outrageous comments made by Joseph the Squeals, insinuating that I, in fact me, was the person who was sending him false job applications, saying that I was really good with a Teagle Tomahawk. That is, in fact, very untrue. I am not very good with a Teagle Tomahawk, I'll have you know. In no way. No, Roy said he's not either. He's got a scar. Do you want to see it? Nice. Look at Roy's scar from the Tomahawk. I would like this to serve as my exoneration. It was not me. Yes. Not time either, he says. Dare you? Have I dare you? Profiling it, he'd definitely say it was somebody with too much time on their hands.
Smile.
My smile's gone.
My
eyes are dead.
Do you guys want to further? Anyone? Let me.
1,600,000 followers on YouTube.
Whatever.
All reception, give me reception, straight.
He's
straight
speaking
across the
foreign
road.
to me.
Yeah, straight across the road.
He's speaking foreign to me.
Naki, straight at the house.
I might have a vegetarian lasagna. Never in a million years did I think I'd end up in Wetherspoons with Gareth on a Thursday night.
Hey, could be a lot worse.
I'm just checking that I'm going to the right county. Yeah, looks like Cumbria to me. Just checking. I have just got back. So I had a night away last night. I went to see Ridgeline HQ down sort of like Leicester, Nottingham, Derby kind of area. It's a really nice place actually. I went out for a meal, looked at the new season's clothes for next year and was very, very impressed with what they're doing. Had a tour of the factory and just generally had chinwag with all the people that I've had loads of contact with and never seen face to face, so it was really good. I went with Gareth Wynne-Jones, obviously, and the guys from Cannon Hall Farm, Rob and Dave, and they were absolute gents, a pair of them, really, really nice, absolutely amazing to meet them because I watch them on telly all the time and I just think they're wonderful. So it was just really nice to be able to meet them and spend time with people that I have a lot of time for, like Nigel from Ridgeline, who's from day one done quite a lot for me. So I started testing Ridgeline. He'd send me jackets and stuff and say have a go with them and see what you think, and I'd get back to them and say, you know, yeah, we like the cuffs, we like this, and you know, but this bit when you sit down it doesn't have holes in it, it makes it sound like you're farting when you get in the car, things like that. Anyway, so yeah, it was a pleasure, an absolute pleasure. It is really bright because it's snowy here and the fog is serious. Are you ready for this? This is how bad the fog is. There's a horse there somewhere. So the barley has not been crushing properly. I can show you how I know this. On this concrete floor that Roy's looking out, little bits of barley. Noticed this properly when I went to the auction with a load of bullocks the other day, with 10 bullocks. And when we washed the wagon out, on the wash bay, loads of barley washed out of the wagon in like the water. And I thought, oh, that's a bit odd. Anyway, just gone and checked the crusher now, and it needed some alterations. I'm cold. Needed some alterations. Just letting a lot through, which wasn't good. So when you have barley that's uncrushed, I'll show you it now. It means that the animals can't digest it, which it just means it's a pointless thing to be feeding them because it just runs straight through and comes out in the poo. There we have crushed barley, and you see how it's squashed, and uncrushed barley. You see how it's whole? If you not snap that little kernel, they cannot digest it. barley to all the young stock that's here at the roast dad, and we feed that with a mixture of brewer's grain that we get from our local brewery and grass silage. Just a little informative video for you for your Friday afternoon. Oh my god, it's cold. So just a few announcements. I will be at Ollie's tractor run on the 10th, weather permitting and everything else. As long as everything's fine, I will be there, and I will definitely be square. And also, I'm going to make a renewed pledge to do Facebook a little bit better. I'm sorry. Gareth has told me off and said I must try harder on Facebook, because everyone's on there and they all talk to each other. It's a really good community. So my Facebook is Charlotte Ashley Farm. It is a orange picture of me. Don't know why there's two. Can't figure it out. Go and have a look. Go and speak to me. Go and say hi. I can actually reply to you and see who you are, which is amazing, because to have a profile and a profile picture is quite a rarity on YouTube. Ask me what I want for Christmas. A new Bobcat battery. Hint. It is so icy. I'll tell you the temperature in a second if I figure out how Merlot does it. Out of Roy's way. Sorry, hold on. I think we'll have the door closed. It's that kind of weather. Really just seeing if Roy gets up here. Hey, what a legend! He's made it! I didn't think he'd made it up that hill. It's an absolute horse of a hill, should we say. Oh yeah, I'm just like travelling all over the place right now. I'm very surprised you made it up that hill, I really am. We've had problems before getting up here in the frost. It just takes a few days of cold weather and that is it. You're kind of stuck down the bottom. I even offered to fill the feeder up here and I'll just travel from the silage bit, but no, he made it. Well done, Roy. Me and Roy are just strolling out. It's so cold and the fog has actually come into the sheds. Come in the sheds. I just wanted to show you, because I can see for once the air circulating and where it's going, and I just thought it was a really good visual that I've never been able to show you before, so bear with me. So I don't know if you will be able to see what I can see. Let's have a see. I don't think you will, you know. Let me get near a light. Can you see the air there? Air. And can you see it going out of the roof there? You can see it rising up off the cows here, going across the light and out of that roof. Yeah, I know. That's why the other gate's not on, because the cows keep pitching on him. So that's why there's a little ridge at the top missing, and there's like a little hat on top of it. Now we never used to have that. We didn't used to have that. And then we actually had it changed on purpose, because it would just kind of had an open with no little hat on, and it was raining in, and we were like, if your eaves are too high, which is a common misconception according to people in the know, the air just doesn't get the lift to get out. So basically, if you have a really, really tall shed, it lifts up like this and it just swirls around and then falls back down, and it's a pointless thing. So it's really scientific. I have a friend who knows exactly what he's talking about when it comes to all this kind of stuff. I don't think Roy will get up here, and Roy thinks he will. We're in a very big difference of opinion right now. I'm like, oh hell no, you won't get up. And Roy's like, oh hell yes, of course I will. I came down sideways and went over there. Great. Bang. Everyone thinks it's really cute when it snows. Apart from people that live on the farm and they realise that it ends up like, that's not a tractor track, that's me doing that with my feet. Yeah. But it's just having a bit of a clear up. The driveway at the front is so steep that you can't get up it with the car when it snows or it's icy. So Roy's dad has to come around the back here, so we're just clearing all the snow so that he's not skidding about and carrying on. But yeah, it's just turns to SH1T and puddle, doesn't it, when it thaws out. So me and Nell Gray, thanks, are just going right. I love this dog, she's so cute. We're just going to move some clins. It is very, very snowy. Very snowy. What a gammy eye dog. Ooh. It's freezing. It's freezing. Anyway, so we're going to move into a fresh field with a bit more grass on. But that's well done. Steady. I didn't intentionally make them do a U-turn, but that is exactly what we wanted them to do. Although this is the field with the most grass on, it's just a little field and it's where we're building up to go around the big shed, so all the fences have been taken down, so it's just not very handy.